Men, what is your biggest handicap in getting a girlfriend? I'm honestly not even trying. I could go out, try to be a more social person, but instead I live like a recluse. I would like to meet a girl, fall in love, get married, have kids, but until I get the motivation to actively pursue it, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm honestly in the same boat. I'm 31 now, and I get a bit lonely from time to time, but just never get out and do anything about it. Aside from my married friends, my friends my age in relationships seems to always have problems, so it tends to discourage me. Same here. Every time a friend gets married, I just mentally start a clock when the problem will start. Always hope that there will be no problem, but struggle is futile. I may be a little young to be giving people advice, but honestly your guys' approach sounds a little defeatist. Like, does the fact that you will eventually have issues with a car and have to maintain it stop you from getting a car? No, not really, because even if it breaks down it's fine if you got good mileage out of it. Not trying to objectify women, just saying. The rough patches are supposed to be worth it. Man's not hot. Why can't you get a girlfriend? Perspiration ting. Why can't you get a girlfriend? Nose long like garden hose. Why can't you get a girlfriend? That girl is a knuckers. My face. That'll do it. She won't though. A social life or lack thereof. I just don't like who I'm right now. I want to improve myself before I commit to anyone else. Also the fact I have feelings for a friend of mine, and I really need to get over them. Wow, you just explained my whole situation. Though I feel I still have a chance with my friend. Maybe. Edit. Till that I'm not the only one. Lots of advice saying tell her and end any lingering feelings. My situation puts me 15 hours closer to her in 2 or 3 months. I'll tell her over Christmas though. Probably the fear of actually asking a girl out. Practice rejection then. That's a fear all humans have, and the sooner you realize it doesn't actually hurt you, the better. I cannot remember the name of the author/business person, but basically they were scared of rejection and this was obviously an impediment to getting funding on business projects. So they practiced rejection. Going into a supermarket, asking if you can make an announcement on the intercom. Going to a bottle store and asking if you can open a bottle of wine to test it. Going to a hotel and asking if they have a free room for you. The sooner you realize that rejection doesn't actually hurt that much, nor does it matter in the long run, the better off you'll be. Well, I'm more afraid of her saying yes actually lol. It's like Jehovah's Witness getting into someone's home and then they don't know what to do next. That would be my inability to look people in the eyes for longer than a few seconds. When I do, it's like that thing in the movies where one person is watching someone else through binoculars and then the person being watched looks back. That's how it feels to me. I know that feeling well. Sometimes I remember that eye contact is something people do, so I force myself to make direct eye contact for an extended period and see how they react. Basically a social experiment to see if other people find that normal. Haven't gotten any outwardly weird reactions yet. To me it's just bizarre. What if everyone is playing the same game and it's not actually a normal thing? I always think they have a boyfriend already and won't find me attractive. I have no experience with relationships whatsoever. Well, every person that's in a relationship now have had that issue at one point in their lives too. Smiley face. Yeah, but what about people midway into their 20s like me, or well into their 20s or 30s? What then? Firsts can happen late for a lot of people, but that doesn't mean they'll never happen. My ex was in his mid-20s, and I was his first kiss, girlfriend, etc. He was a great guy, and the lack of experience didn't make him any less likable. I wish more women were like you, but trust me when I say this, finding a girl you find attractive who also finds you attractive and also accepts that you have little to no experience is very rare. I don't ask. I don't advertise my availability. I don't respond to signals. I get along with women fine. Female friends, female colleagues, awesome. Just never let my walls down and have the confidence to make the first move I guess. Meh. I'm okay with life right now smiley face. This and one other describes my situation. I know I'm attractive. I know I'm funny. I have plenty of friends. But man, am I the too dense when signals are being sent, or it's not a person I'm interested in. I'm very awkward. You need someone as awkward as you. Just be awkward. Be who you are, and eventually you will find someone that likes your awkwardness. It's a nice feeling. Being loved, even if you think you can't be loved. Nope. As an awkward person who worked through most of their awkwardness, putting two awkward people in a room together doesn't give either of them common ground to overcome their awkwardness. Now you just have two people who don't know how to start a normal interaction doing nothing with each other instead of just one person. Beep beep, I'm fat. If that's your only problem, you're easy off. Start dieting after Christmas, and you should be solid by summer. Lack of confidence, somewhat lacking social skills, and low levels of personal warmth. Requires a lot of energy to be around people, let alone people you're meeting for the first time. I'm pretty content being by myself most of the time. Too picky for my own good. And the ones I really like and would marry are too picky for their own good. 5 feet 3 inches. My friend Ivan is 5 feet 3, and he has a very active social/dating life. It helps that we are in New York City, so there's a big pool of people, and he's very outgoing. He loves tall girls too. His dream mate is a 6-foot+ black woman. Anyway, Ivan does okay for himself, and I bet you can too. Chin up, man. Please tell me Ivan is Russian. Is Ivan actually 5 feet 3, or is he just squatting? Ivan the giant is 9 feet, but prefers to squat at a comfortable 5 feet 3. I have an incredible talent at asking single women out about a few weeks after they have started dating their eventual husband, but before they have announced it to the world. Guess I'm not putting myself out there enough. I always think that if I met myself on the street I would just walk past myself without even noticing. Even at events I usually keep to myself, and my whole presence probably screams don't talk to me, I'm uninteresting. Which is totally wrong. In reality I don't consider myself a boring person whatsoever. It's just hard to relate to the outside world. My body. Literally being handicapped. I'm a coward. 2 things. I have a hard time getting myself out there and I'm abstinent. The first one is the bigger limitation, but the second one makes me apprehensive about dating apps like Tinder. As I get older, my requirements for falling in love are getting more and more strict. I struggle to like people as most people in my life let me down, so it's getting pretty difficult. But really, why is it so hard to find an intelligent, kind, affectionate, moderately attractive nerdy girl? I'd class myself as all of those, minus the girl bit, and I can't be alone here. I'm socially inept, and do not have the confidence. I don't want kids, ever. I'm 32, pretty decent at life, I earn great money, I have lots of friends, I have a really great time. I just haven't met a child-free woman I'm compatible with. I'm always super upfront, there is no chance, ever in the world ever, I want kids. At all. I'm more certain of this with every passing day. Now, it would be a shitty move for me to keep my mouth shut and get serious with a girl who, completely acceptably, wants a family of her own. And it would be pretty bad still, if she was on the fence, because someone's heart is going to get broken down the line. I can't think of anything worse than being trapped, either in a relationship, where someone wants to start a family but can't, or to be trapped starting a family you desperately don't want. The worst part is that, if I did accidentally get someone pregnant, I would do the right thing, and I'd likely hate it, and resent the child for my own error. I'd rather be happy being single than risk ruining 2 or more people's lives, really. I'm in that sad part of Reddit again. Seriously. Why do we click on these threads? I'm prematurely balding, overweight and doesn't help my routine is sleep work repeat, doesn't leave much time for dating, also doesn't help I live in a town full of retirees and am barely an adult. I assume every girl hates me, so I just don't bother saying anything. Actually trying. I just don't have the motivation actually try. Honestly, I don't like working on myself, unless it benefits others in a noticeable way that is working out, so I look nicer for and so. It's awful logic but that's why it is a handicap.